Hello, Swellheads. It's Greg Allison with Green Grays coming to you for Fried Friday, Green Grays and Ham. Although it's actually Saturday morning, I think I am. It is the wee hours of Saturday morning, at least in my time zone. And for you guys in Mountain and Pacific time, it is still Friday night. But it's Friday night to me, guys. I tell you what, it's been a long day. So my apologies for coming on here so late all the time. If I lived in an ideal universe, I would be on here about 4 p.m. in the afternoon. Problem is, I have a day job that I put a lot of hours a week into, and then I actually try to take Fridays off, but I wind up running lots of errands because I have other jobs. You know, I have a worm farm, I have microgreens I'm growing, and I'm trying to build a mushroom house. So I am a busy, busy puppy, and it takes hours and hours put together one of these videos just to come up with the stuff I'm going to share with you guys. Now, if I had several more hours, I might do it like, Canadian Prepper. I might print it all out and, or do like a full spectrum survival, put it all into some little teleprompter screen thing format and scroll it through in my own word and stuff. But, I have to kind of go ahead. Sometimes I have done that, but it takes more time. And time is something that does not exist in my life. So I am on update over here to watch your chat. Guys, I seriously, get very little sleep in my life, and I do spend a lot of time to bring you this content. So please bear with me. Hope you share my stuff so that we can get this word out here and inspire the resistance of the platforms that really don't want us talking about some of this content. Hey, we got Rosemary from Australia. Fantastic. Granny is in the house. Deconstructing Towers. Cindy. Jeff. Good to see you. Black Sheep. Rosemary. I was calling you. Yeah. Saturday evening. It's like Friday night to me. Cisco Kid. All right. Yeah, it's been heck with it. We got 31 in the house. Cindy Coker. Good to see you. All right, guys. So I'm going to start sharing some stuff. Charles Robinson, most people do not understand all the work. Yeah, you don't just pop down in front of a camera and just start talking, guys. I mean, oh, I could, but all you would hear is a bunch of BS, which is what you usually get in most channels. I do have my learned perspectives. We all have our worldview, but I'm trying to bring you a little bit of news, and I'm trying to bring it to you in some kind of coherent, organized manner. And I actually scanned through, I actually looked through several hundred headlines. And out of that, I picked a few dozen. Then basically, I email them to one email. Then I come through again and pick and choose. And then I put a few on the screen. And, most of the stuff I read. But hey, Michael Fisk, how you doing? Are you the Mike? Oh, Mike Fick. I thought you were Michael Fisk. I know I have an old friend from Michael Fisk. How did I do with the storm damage? We had now a lot of people were watching some related channels like KLW World News and was aware of the storms down in Selma. Selma is a long way from here. I mean, I could talk to Ohio about as fast as I go to Selma, Alabama. Selma, Alabama is way down south. But we did have a tornado come through Decatur and Athens. Nobody talked about that. So we had a tornado close to me in the morning time. So suddenly I'm getting all these alerts and people in the networks were all worried about me in the afternoon. There wasn't nothing in my area in the afternoon. That was way, 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 way south. I don't even know anybody in that area. So I don't even know anybody close to that area. I don't know anybody within a few hundred miles of that area. Yes, someone's way off for me. But we had a tornado right here, but it came through that morning. Nobody said anything in the morning. I had no idea we had a tornado in the area. I didn't know. We actually had a tornado not far from me. I had no clue. But later in the afternoon, everybody's being, there's a tornado. No, not in my area. But Lawrence County, hey, Mike. Oh, you're in Lawrence County, so you know what I'm talking about. Yeah. But I had a lot of people that were in this other large network that we're here on the internet with. John, how you doing, buddy? Selma, Loud Selma, the queen of, yeah, Artie. So yeah, Selma's a long way from me now. Now, John, Colonel Cole spent some time after he retired, he actually went down in South Alabama as a teacher. a half mile from me. So the tornado was a half mile from you. I guess so. Now, he's talking about the tornado that came through in the morning. The one that I was telling y'all about that was close to me. I didn't have any knowledge of until after it passed. I didn't have any damage here, thankfully. We thought we might have had snow coming in this morning. It's actually been little snowflakes all day long and through last night, but there's not been enough to make any accumulation, thank God. So I've not had to worry about my greenhouse. Well, Mike, did you do okay? Evan Wolf, how you doing? So yeah, the weather's been, what's really odd is to get those kind of storms this time of the year, December, January time frames. Those are like spring, fall storms. Those guys scary. EF1, 30-mile path, southwest, northeast Moulton to Calhoun County. Now, John is talking about the one that come up through our part of the state up here. John and John Cole is in my area. Michael Fick, Fike, how do you say it? Fike is in my area, roughly. Lawrence County is, way, it's in the northwestern side of the state. I'm right north center. And John is just a few miles south of me. All right. Now, what state am I from? I'm in the state of Alabama. That's where I'm at right now. I live 8 miles south of the Tennessee border, right smack dab middle, this way in Alabama. You go up as crow flies, 8 miles, you're in Tennessee. That's what I say. I can almost get to Ohio faster than I get to Selma. Certified NWS storm chaser. Oh, that's good, John. I have to go storm chasing to get Hazel Green. Oh, we got Hazel Green here. Oh, you were in Scottsboro. Well, I lived in Paint Rock Valley for a while. So I've been in Jackson County, over in the northeastern side of the county. I grew up in Marshall County. I heard a lot of channels that people removed in the last 24 hours. YouTube channels? Yeah. Yeah, John, I want to be delivering some microgreens in Addison tomorrow. If you want some, let me know. Because I'm just cutting for pre-orders. All right, so let's look at some news here. Colonel Cole comes to visit me at the farmer's market sometimes. He is quite the prepper. We've got a lot of communities here local that we're involved in. There's a group called TMI, and there's a group called that John's involved in. There's a group, we got a NARPnet prepping group here in North Alabama. Best coverage, ABC 3340. Oh yeah, James Spann. Yeah, but Spann's down in Birmingham. Alabama getaway. Grateful Dead. Okay, Evan, how you doing? So how you doing, Captain Trips? So you got pretty well. If the tornado's a half a mile from you, I guess so, Citizen Z. Yeah, that's about like the big EF5 that came through. We've had 2 EF5s come close to my house. Yeah, that can get pretty rough. I wasn't here on either occasion. First time one came through, I was at a space conference in Ohio. The second one, I stayed in my work building because I had a basement there. I don't have a basement here. Do you grow your own food? Ask Alan. That's a good question. I grow food. I grow a lot of food, but I have no time in my life. I don't cook anything. I got 0 time. If I didn't do YouTube, I'd be cooking my food. Seriously, that's what I said when I come on. I don't have time in my life. Time does not exist in my life. I don't have time to sleep. I don't have time to do a lot of just basic things that people normally do. Breaking news. What's the breaking news there, Anton? Tell us about it. Yeah, time is a luxury in my life. I don't even know what it is. Talk to us, Anton. 42711 destroyed Mount Hope about a mile from me. Ah, yeah. That was the last big EF tornado that came through. I got my worms the day before that. I call them little red twisters. Destroyed Mount Hope. Yeah, that destroyed a lot of places. It destroyed whole housing areas just next to me. And there was an EF5 that went took nearly the same track here locally back in, what year was that? 95. So 95 and 2011, we had two EF5s that through my area. They were not far apart at all. Both of them hit some of the same communities, same developments. No, I do not have a storm shelter. That's why I said I stayed at work when this last one went through. I don't have a basement. I don't have a storm shelter. I dug a big pit in the backside of my property to put one in, but the guy who I paid a lot of money to dig the drainage ditch didn't dig it deep enough, so it's going to drain out. So I've got to go one day and backfill it with gravel and then build into it. But that's what I got to do. So I have to leave. I live on a house. I'm sitting on a slab. I got a crawl space over there. A tornado hit here. I have seen tornadoes completely remove every brick off of a slab right here, close to here. That EF5 that Mike was talking about, Mike Fisk, was talking about Mike Fike, Michael Fike. Yeah, that one was horrible. That took lots of houses. I mean, whole communities of houses where you only found the slab. It wasn't like a house blown up and bits and pieces. No, it was none of that. It was just a slab. Anybody that was in that house, if anybody had been in that house and the tornado hit, a lot of people did not survive that tornado. It took a lot of people. Even people knowing it's coming. Read my breaking news, please. All right, I see you said I got breaking news. And your next thing is read my breaking news, please. Okay, now, Anton, that's not fair. If you want to tell us breaking news, you got to put it in the chat. Because I see one message, I got breaking news. The next one is read my breaking news, please. Well, if you want us to read it, you got to post it. Because I don't see it. It's not in my chat. 34 April 1974, super outbreak Tanner. Yeah, there was that one too. I remember when that hit, I was a kid. No, we had lightning all around us. It was a lot of storms that night. That was a very stormy night. That night, I actually went to bed. I've been watching the channels in Birmingham because I grew up between Birmingham and Huntsville. I was watching all the Birmingham news channels. Wasn't a lot going on in Birmingham. If I'd been watching Huntsville, I'd been seeing stuff. Because one of the TV stations got hit. We went later up and visited Huntsville, and it was smashed. Just post. Okay, just post where, Anton? Where do we go find your breaking news? You see it? Then how about reposting? It is not in my chat. I do not see what Anton's talking about. Lisa Wing, you must like YouTube way better than day-to-day stress. Hey, Lisa, how you doing? Lisa is local. Lisa is, and her husband are wired up my greenhouse in my barn for me. You must like YouTube way better than day-to-day stress. You laugh way more and way louder. Well, this is a company of friends and family. Yeah, she sees me running around here day to day. I swear, guys, I don't have any time. I'm just going zing, 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 or sitting on my computer working. You know, that's the way it is. If I'm not on my computer working, I'm out going zing, 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 zing. And it's a mad race. H.D. Bagley. Oh, yeah, H.D. Bagley. Always wore a lab coat. Wow, weatherman's got to wear a lab coat because he won't look like a scientist. Yep. That was the day. Well, Michael, you've been around a while if you know H.D. Bagley. So, Lisa, good to see you here. Junko H.D. Yeah, Adrian Gibson, Bob Barron. Bob Barron, when I was at Weather in Motion, people started making fun of him for saying that, and we quit. But H.D. Bagley predated Adrian Gibson, I do believe. Adrian was doing it a long time too. Okay, everybody in the world probably don't hear about our local weatherman. Iron Woman 7 breaking news would be that avian flu has jumped to Ecuadorian 9-year-old. It's being used. It has a 60% fatality rate. Oh yeah, yeah. I've heard. Is that what Anton was talking about? Sounds like Anton Smith is new here and does not know your drill. He keeps saying he posted something, but I didn't see his post. Anton, is that what you were posting or trying to post? Because I look at the chat and I do not see that. But I see no breaking news post from Anton, and I don't know why. But so Iron Woman, I can't partake in this very often because I drive at night for. Why can everybody else see his post and I can't see it? There's something wrong with this chat. I mean, I scrolled up and down. I can't. It's not on my chat log list, and I don't know why. So that's it. Charles Stanberry. What's Granny supposed to tell me? Is it something different? Oh, Anton said no, it's something else. Why are you so busy? Alan, I have a full-time job that's more than a full-time job. It's way more than a full-time job. And I have a worm farm. And I have I'm growing microgreens. And I'm trying to build a building to grow mushrooms. And I YouTube. YouTube takes a lot of time. It takes hours to show you what I'm going to show you in a minute. I mean, it takes hours to scan. I literally scan hundreds of articles to pick and choose from. I email about 40 a day to my email that I collect them in after I scan them. And then I pick and choose from these, and then I post them. Then I organize them according to what channel I want to put them on or how I want to present them. And that takes an enormous amount of time. Honestly, yeah, an enormous amount of time. An enormous amount of time. Got lucky with the trees too. Oh yeah. I had some trees taken down, and this darn lucky they didn't take out my barn and some of my worm stuff. Yeah, my life is very stressful. Lisa's been here for the past few weeks putting in electrical stuff. She sees things in operation on here. I've had a crew doing that. I had some other people working on some other stuff. And I had a tree that was leaning, big pine tree, leaning towards some of my worm beds. And I tried to get another guy to come out here to work on it, a guy that had a lot of really good equipment. And he kept dragging his feet because he had some other thing to do. And some of my workers were getting scared about this thing. So they suggest I call this other guy. The other guy came straight out. But he didn't fell the tree exactly where he said he would. 2 trees, and neither one went exactly where he said he would. And the other one got caught up in the tree. He had to cut down a couple other trees to get that one down. And one of them nearly hit my barn. One of the trees almost hit some of my worm beds. It was close, very close. Gas pipeline in Lithuania. Oh, that's the news. Okay. Yeah, you know what? Both those news items I've seen, and they weren't not in the set of things I selected to talk about. But we'll talk about it. I've seen the thing on the gas pipeline in Lithuania. I've seen the thing about the bird flu. So let's talk about it. I'll bring it up. See. And earthworms don't like pine needles. No, they don't. They don't like pine wood. And I went and got a big load of horse manure today too. And I had trouble getting my trailer in and out and everything. I got water, I got a lot of water back there and stuff's it gets stuck too easy. Too acidic. No, it's the pine rosin. The rosin from like make pine oil. Pine oil is hard on worms. Very hard. They don't like it. All right, so let's take the 2 subjects y'all brought up. Now this demonstrates to you that I scan a lot of stuff and read a lot of articles I don't even bring to you. I seriously tell you, it takes hours and hours and hours and hours to prepare to show you a little bit of content. And that's tough. Okay, Lithuania, they had a big gas pipeline explosion in Lithuania. And that is news because yeah, you can expect every now and then you would get a gas pipeline explosion, but there's been a lot of them, more than would be the probabilistic nature of this thing. It goes the occurrence, the numeric occurrence of these events exceeds the probability that they would happen. So the suspicion here is, yeah, I got Lee's number, but I don't just call him up. Look, Lee's seen it. This is all in the news. This gas pipeline thing. If Lee hadn't seen that, I'd eat my hat. There's so much going on right now. It's just nuts. But why didn't I report that? Because there's been a lot, this is not the only one that's happened. It's happened. And why did I not select that in my venue of articles? I could have. Canadian Prepper talked about it in his video, but that don't mean I need to talk about it. So it's been on other channels, or people have talked about it today. Yes, Lithuania is a NATO member. That's true. That's true. So this may be an attack on Lithuania. It could be attacked by Russia. It could be some kind of, or it could be something that somebody else has done to try to deprive other European countries of using this gas. So it's a good question. Yeah, oh, I appreciate that, Anton. It's not, hey, I'm not ranting on you, man. Appreciate it. I'm just trying to explain that, I'm aware of this. Amen to that. Way too much stuff going on. That's just it. There's just the whole world is going nuts everywhere. It's coming at all directions. Okay, let's talk about the bird flu. There's a reason I did not select that one. Now, the Lithuanian thing would have been something I'd have been a lot more inclined to select. Maybe that was borderline. The bird flu thing, Canadian Prepper talked a lot about that today. Now, I watch his videos, He talked a lot about that today. But, the reason I didn't select that is the following. This one case is not something I'd be so worried about. Now, the overall trend of bird flu, I'll agree with him on this. Bird flu could jump to become a human-human transmissible disease. And if it does, it's going to be very frightening. Or the two labs, understand this, two labs created a human transmissible bird flu several years ago. One was in, the biological research renowned country of Indonesia, and the other was in the Netherlands. Why would anybody in a right mind create such a virus on this planet? People doing that kind of stuff ought to be put in. Now, I would probably get banned for life if I tell you what I really think ought to happen. I'll let your imagination fill in the blank. That should never be allowed. Gain of function. Yes, it should never be allowed. Well, Boston University just recently did the same kind of thing with another disease. Highly fatal, 80% fatality rate disease they developed in their lab, Boston University. This should never be allowed. Never. This kind of stuff. So now we got 3 labs with very deadly diseases. And these labs, even the best of the labs, have a poor track record of maintaining these diseases in the lab. It's nuts. Did it snow in the USA yesterday? Oh, yeah. We've had spits of snow here from last night and all day today, just little spits of snow. It's been too warm for anything to stick. But we just had little flakes falling down all day long. Just little ones here and there, tiny ones. Yeah, our 2 cents. I would put it up there with treason against our country and against humanity to be just messing with such stuff. Oh, they always come up with some excuse. Oh, well, we need to do this so we can understand how to do it. Should it break out? Really, what did you actually learn? But you've created a bug, a Frankenstein organism in your lab that could break out and could be the source of the next outbreak. Now, here's the truth. Bird flu is exploding. It's taking out a lot of birds. Maybe I did a video not long ago asking why the heck there's no songbirds in my woods. My woods used to be just teeming and piping, just all kind of stuff. You watch some older videos and you hear the red birds going just like crazy. Now, it's quiet back there. It's scary quiet. Hide your hens. Yeah, keep your birds under cover. That's the thing. Yeah, keep your birds where other birds flying over poop don't land in their nest, because that's how they get it. So that's the big main thing to do. Now, there's some word they may try to get people to eliminate their own chickens. See, the chances that you're going to catch a human transmissible bird flu from a bird that you have, I think, is somewhere extremely small, extremely small. You might catch a bird flu from your bird, the bird version, but you're probably not going to transmit it to another human. Now, if you get exposed enough of it where you get like a viral overload in exposure, you can catch something, but that don't mean you're going to transmit it to somebody else. But from bird to bird, they say the bird flu going around has an R naught of 100. That means one bird infects 100 birds. So the reason I was not worried about the monkeypox was it had an R naught of 0.8. It was less than 1. Now, I did a video joking about the monkeypox, made a joke out of it, and you see where that's not become the big problem they predicted. Or I have time to out 300 minutes. Out 300 minutes? What do you mean by, or I have to time out 300 minutes? What are we talking about there, Granny? Oh, Anton, you need to remove that or spell wrong. Oh, what happened here? I highly disapprove of people doing gain of function research. All scientists aren't evil. It's just that certain groups are doing things they ought not be doing. And I could equate that to evil. ATF final rule, stabilizer race owners, 120. So how is it that an agency of unelected officials can make a rule that supersedes an amendment of the Constitution? This Constitution tells you to amend it, you've got to have 2/3 of the state ratify an amendment. If there's something in here that says something shall not be done, that's the damn law. Pardon my language. You know, it's like our government's been taken over. All these officials swear to defend the Constitution. What are they doing? They don't do that. All pandas lie. Yeah. Lead. It's the ultimate value. They want to take it away from us, though. You notice that? It's harder to get. Harder to get. Mpox started by Carlton Heston kissing monkeys on screen. Oh, come on. Planet of the Apes, huh? Yeah, you got to be careful what we put on here. So, yeah, it's all about money and people being bought off. Well, there's a lot of that. There's a lot of Matterman. Matterman, which chicks are we going to lock up? Whoa, 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 what the heck? Man, I was trying to mod Matterman and I almost deleted him. Matterman or Smurf? All right. Oh, the Constitution went up the house. Yeah. That don't mean we've got to accept that. That's why I started the Freedom Restoration Foundation. It's because all the idiots we elected are all clicked together and selling us down the hoosgow doesn't mean it's right. It does not mean we have to accept it, because they have self-appointed themselves into structures that allow them to get away with stuff that goes way. This document is written through and through, greatly detailing limitations to the powers of government. This is what this document is all about. It's all about limiting government. Read it over and over and over and over, through and through. This document is to limit the powers of government, and they use it to create bureaucratic tyranny. It's all because they turned it up slowly, like boiling a frog in water. Turn that heat up slow enough and they'll accept it. Oh yeah, give them some money. Offer them some welfare, some checks. They'll take it. They'll agree to it as long as you offer them some money. Never mind, they have to take money out of one pocket to put it in the other. And they take a big chunk of it before they give it back. It's not an efficient process. Next best thing to the Bible. There you go, Lisa. There you go. Faziel, what are we doing here? You tell me, Faziel. If you don't want to be here, get out. What are we doing here? We're talking. I'm going to share some news, but I had some questions put to me. And so I was in the process of answering those and having some general dialogue. But I'm going to talk about some news items in just a moment. So, but we did have some questions brought up about some things going on. All right, so let me go back to the bird flu. Let me finish that. We do need to be concerned in the long term about bird flu, because with so many cases out there, with so many birds having it, it's highly probable that a human-to-human transmissible version can break out. I have the understanding that some mammals do now have a version that's in their species. That's very significant because the birds operate at a higher temperature than humans. So the virus that's in the birds, the reason we don't transmit person to person is a virus that people catch from birds is just not that transmissible because it really wants a higher temperature to operate in. If its genome is modified where they can live in lower temperatures like of other mammals, then it becomes more transmissible. So we might actually get it from some of these other mammals like bears and tigers that are catching it. And to make a case for this, what's typically been the viral transmission route is bird to pig to human. Like remember the swine flu, the Hong Kong flu? Typically, and a lot of times this would come through China because China has had so many pigs and so many people and birds in proximity to each other. So birds would catch this stuff, pigs would catch it, and pigs have, physiologies, believe it or not, a whole lot like people. That's why sometimes they use pig organs in people, and then the people would catch it from the pigs. So once it gets down where it can spread between mammals, then there is a risk. Now, I've had the understanding that that's happening, but a single case of a person catching does not bother me that much. I know it really bothers the Canadian prepper guy, but this has been happening. It's been happening for dozens of years. And okay, it's the first time it happened in South America. It's been happening in the Mideast for some long time. This has been happening over and over and over and over. That's why I did not select this as one of the stories I was going to talk about. But since y'all brought it up, I thought I would spell this out. So this way, there's a lot of stuff I look at more than what I typically bring you guys because there's just so much going on. There's so much going on. The rabbit Ebola I mentioned earlier is also possibly transmitted from humans. Well, yeah, Ebola is a huge concern. Most Ebola is a body fluid transmissible disease, but there is a version called Ebola Reston. And they found it because there were monkeys in Reston, Virginia, and I used to go to Reston, Virginia, that in the lab, they were catching it between different rooms. It was going through the ventilator ducts. They found it was an airborne version of Ebola. That's scary. And it was right here in America. Virus jump species, when it gets virus jump species, that's when it gets more lethal. Well, it's lethal when you get it. The thing is, it don't spread from person to person. When it starts spreading from person to person, then we got to worry. Let's hope and pray that if a human transmissible version comes up, that one, it loses lethality, and two, it loses its infectivity. Let's hope it does not have an R0 of 100. That is huge. That would be scary. That would be worse than Omicron. are not a 100 would be, it was something that's 60% fatal would be catastrophic. It would be like the bubonic plague, or maybe worse than bubonic plague. You'd have most of the people vanish. It's happened in our history. We've had plagues and things that have done that. And hey, thanks, Elton. And just speaking in general, this is part of what we do need to prep for. We may have to isolate ourselves because you don't know what could come up. If you look at the fact today that 80 to 90% of our people, I guess it's 90% of our people now live in cities. They're all concentrated together. And you got all these cities all over the place, big mega cities, some of them 20 million people, and they're just all over the world. And they're connected through flights where people just going back and forth, zing, 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 zing. It's something like it's all one big mega city. So if there's an infection breaking out, major infection that's highly infective, it's going to go from wherever it starts to city to city to city to city, all the major air transportation hubs, and it starts spreading from there. So the last place you want to be is in the big city. The best place you can be is out in the country. And when that stuff starts spreading, whatever it might be, then you might want to isolate yourself, because there can always be something that's going to pop up that's going to be very infective that will start spreading. This is when you're suddenly then going to really need to have measures to protect yourself from whatever it might be, whether it be masks, gloves. You just have to understand what the infective route of that disease is and avoid it that way. The Communist China launched a chemical attack against Taiwan. They said 100. Yeah. That's something else that Doug and I have been talking about covering. I need to do a video with him. Oh, YouTube took your video down. I have to do that on Rumble. People have been asking me the outbreak. On the strong survive, better work on endurance, immunity. Right. What Lisa's saying also corresponds. A lot of people don't like Paul Kachuk. Y'all need to listen to that video with Paul Kachuk, especially toward the end when we talk about building your immunity. And he put out some really good tips, connecting things that you should see toward the end of that video. You need to watch the last bit of that video. Jesse's right. Yeah, and Doug was telling me that. But they really sent a bunch of stuff to Taiwan. 12 monkeys. Yeah, that was a sad maybe. Pure blood will be the alpha. Norway in the house. How you doing, Norway? Tennessee Bushcrafter. I do, Anton. Still have it on VHS. That's a good thing to have. All right. Yeah, Granny, I joke about monkeypox. It didn't make no sense that we should be so scared of monkeypox, and they were all monkeypox. Ooh. I made a video making fun of it. I'm not a prepper that's going to jump up at every little thing and go, oh my God, run, scared out. I don't do that. Matter of fact, I shoot some of it down. This Chan Thomas thing, thinking you have a 2-mile high tidal wave hit Earth every 6,000 years. Bunk. Micronova. Bunk. I debunked both of them in a video I did a couple of years ago, talking about, I was asked by people, several people asked me how to do a video on how to survive the Chan Thomas event. Okay, I did. It should a Chan Thomas event occur. I did answer the question, so what y'all do? But then I debunked the devil out of it. I demolished it. I demolished that, and I demolished micronovas. I demolished Doug Vogt and several of the other things that's going on YouTube. Totally, completely demolished them. And yet, Suspicious Observers is one of the most popular channels of viewers of this channel. So, how's that? Yeah, because nobody watched that video, I guess. Yeah, we don't say stuff like that in here, Panda. We got to look. This is a family channel. No vulgarity, nothing that's sexually suggestive, no cursing. People need to respect each other. Big announcement. I may have figured out Terra Calico case. Rambo John. Y'all watching everyone die from this vaccine. We've been seeing all kind of stuff, John. That's why I started. There's a lot I can't say on this channel. Look at Uncommon News. He gets his stuff taken down, and it means his channel's in danger of being taken down. I've created other channels where I can be more frank. I've got a Rumble channel. Yeah, I'll talk more about stuff on Rumble. Nugs, there you go, Y. Now, Y knows what I'm talking about. Nugs. Yeah, you better get your nugs and make sure you keep them well fed. Nugs get hungry. They need kibbles. A lot of kibbles pass through a nug. And you better train your nug well. Have you hugged your nug today? If you don't know what a nug is, flip it around. Rumble is what I was going to say. Yeah, I've got a Rumble channel. So I'll show you that in a minute. But let's go through it. No, so now we covered what you guys were asking about. Let's go through some what's happening and stuff. And let's see. Ding, 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 ding. Here we are. Russia is preparing for a massive bombardment of Ukraine. And the point of me pointing this out is not to take sides, it's to point out that this thing is getting bigger, it's escalating. It's about to really pick up. Russia has been biding their time, building up their global warming. There you go, that's what we're all about. Government wanting my nugs. Yeah, hold on to your nugs. The rest in there, Doug. All right, everybody better say some prayers from Doug. Also pray for New Day. She is maybe on the precipice of some major surgery. Major surgery. I hug my nug every day. There you go. Happiness is a warm nug. And the more kibbles you feed them, the warmer they get. Especially if you run a whole lot of kibbles through them real fast. All right, guys. So this is tasks. Some people, you get out your knees. And, if I ever show one Western mainstream article, so I mean, sometimes they're interesting. I get people chomping like almighty, oh my God. And then they like raise all kind of cane. Okay. This is TASS. You know what TASS is? This is a Russian news agency. This is one of their official agencies, okay? And Russia's making some gains right now, very significant gains. They're not washed up. It's not over. You might have just found out that Russia took Soledar. They also had surrounded about 200 Ukrainian soldiers there. For better or for worse, Russians are suddenly turning the tide, it seems. Now, of course, this is from a Russian perspective, like disposable resource. Probably the Ukrainians did not view it as that. Like I say, there's propaganda from both sides. That's a fact. And see, Russia's moving their special forces, they're airborne. They're getting prepared for something, it seems. Things are about to pick up. And with all the stuff we're sending over, prayers for New Days. Yeah, she's not with us tonight. I don't expect her to join. She's got some stuff she's going through, guys. She's in Boston right now, the major medical center. To nug or not to nug. Hey, nugs are nice little pets. Kind of like a Rottweiler. So let's see here. Guys, it's all the more reason because things are prepping up. You might want to think about this. You still get $100 off right now for this 1 month supply. Gives you 2 buckets. Each one is 2 weeks. Food to last 25 years, 2,000 calories a day. See, that's the key thing here. Breakfast, lunch, dinner, drinks, snacks. Yeah, so this, yeah, and both buckets together weigh 38 pounds, but You see me tossing my bucket around all the time, so they're not that. Kids can carry them. You can bury them. That's the cool thing about them. Of course, buy your beans and rice. Now, guys, this is a very important thing. Y'all need to look this up. Search on unrestricted warfare. I shared this in a video a couple of years back, maybe 3 years ago, before the bug broke out, before the CCP woo-foo flu. I talked about this, and it's how this is these are Chinese officials, a retired general and a colonel, I think, or an admiral. I went into great detail about this way back when. I think I've even shown it to you in the original Chinese and English version. But essentially, they embrace biological warfare. That's what's in this text. When I first shared this, I had some people just, went nuts on me. Oh, well, that was sourced by the Falun. That was sourced by what was it? Epoch Times, which is a mouthpiece for the Falun Gong, a right-wing extremist organization in China. Oh, I got mad when I saw that in a comment. That person was a Facebook friend of mine. They're no longer a Facebook friend of mine. I got mad when I saw that, because this is a real article. And by the way, and why were they jumping on the Falun Gong anyway? Those people, are, I would say, overly mild. If my people were being imprisoned and having organs harvested just because they had a belief system, which is rather peaceful, what they do, they get meet outdoors in the parks in the morning and do Tai Chi type exercises. The stretching, the little slow dancing and stuff. They're very mild people. If somebody was doing that to us red-blooded rednecks in my neck of the woods, they would be hurting bad. We wouldn't just be publishing articles. We'd be doing a lot more than that. So I think that Anyway, enough said. I could get banned for just, I'm on dangerous ice on this platform. But anyway, guys, unrestricted. Unrestricted means just that. Anything goes. And China is playing it against us and has been. Yeah, you see, this stuff goes way back. This is 24 years old, guys. 24 years old. It was published. This has been their policy even before. Yeah, you're right, Jesse. Yeah, we are under it. TikTok is part of it. TikTok is influencing our young children's minds. You know why they favor communism in China so much? It's because all the articles that they're getting are the reasons for why to hate America, And that's just it. That's what's being shared to them. Where's it? That is done on purpose. That is a plan coming out of the people that control TikTok over at the CCP. Now, the TikTok is also in China, but the Chinese don't get articles about why to hate China. They right the opposite. Right the opposite. This is information warfare, which is just one piece of the overall picture. This is why use TikTok. And why would you? Why would you let the Chinese know all this stuff about your personal life, your personal habits? I would say TikTok ought to be banned. It should be banned in America. It should be banned in the West. It is an enemy intelligence platform arrayed against us. Art of war. You're right, Ace Lee. Right, that's Ace Lee's in Singapore. He knows a little bit about this stuff. I call it we okay. TikTok in China is required to be educational. How about that? How about that? Isn't that something? Anything but here. Oh, I think I just deleted something by accident. Oh yeah, let's see. No winners in case of Taiwan. Yeah, I don't know what I clicked. Sometimes I'm trying to click a tab to go to it and it deletes it. Lovely. No winners in case of Taiwan invasion of China. But it says that China won't. Yeah, this is a simulation that was run by a private organization. Said that if the United States goes in and helps Taiwan from the get-go, that China will not prevail. So there's a lot of different thoughts about that. Good night, folks. Okay, Alan, good to see you. Have a good night. Waking up early to continue my investigation. Yeah, all right. Prayers for Doug there, everyone. And Common News 777. That's Doug Thompson. So prayers for him, guys. Watched a video today on a senator parent bringing up laws to the Board of Education they were breaking. They decided to motion to adjourn. Oh yeah, that's the typical way to do it. Just adjourn. No, well, let's get out of here. Let's adjourn. That's one way to avoid the subject. They shouldn't be allowed to. Halo AG. Charles Robinson. People should read the book, The Art of War. Very educational. There you go. That's right. With this, guys, think things aren't escalating. Given how North Korea is armed up, I'm surprised that South Korea has really waited so long. Hey, Valerie, thank you very much. Salute. Appreciate that, Valerie. Yeah, I knew, and they live by the art of war. People don't understand how they play it on us. Unrestricted warfare, the art of war. If you don't think we are in a serious thing with China, then you're blind. China's very dangerous to us. Kim Underwear, how you doing? Yep, the Bible seems to be laying the roadmap for what's going on today. All right, New York Post, what's this article? Too many ads popping up. Israel claims are ready to strike Iran. So, guys, if you don't think that we got a lot of stuff coming at us, North Korea, Iran, China, Russia, would you agree with any of those or not? The world we're in is highly tested. And here we got Iran sending ships to the Panama Canal on military missions. That's their plans, to the Panama Canal. Of course, under President Jimmy Carter, we gave up the Panama Canal, and today it's operated by a Chinese company. Imagine that. 87K is going to be nil if. Well, so they want to. House has passed a bill to try to end the IRS. Let's hope the Senate will go along with it. But the Senate is still controlled by Democrats. Let's see. Now, this is interesting. I actually meant to bring this up on my other channel. I don't know why I brought it up over here. Guys, what's coming across the southern border? Fentanyl, and gangs, Iranians, Russians, Venezuelans that are coming out of the prisons. But Iranians who may be joining sleeper cells. So to have the wide open border is a problem, but the Mexican drug cartels are a huge problem. That fentanyl is coming straight from China and is being, hey, all right, Anton. So that fentanyl is coming straight into America from China via the Mexican drug cartels. So, something's got to be done with those cartels. Rambo John, you will own nothing, you'll be happy, you will eat the bugs. That's what they got planned for us. All right, we'll change to some lighter news here. If it's lighter. Target lock. The U.S. Army is developing an AI platform to target enemy assets. So they're calling this thing Titan. It's going to be an artificial intelligence system. And it will actually command or target U.S. troops to take action. So we're at the point, we also would have robot warriors, but we're at the point of having a robot marshaling men warriors, women warriors, people. So it's like we're the robots for the robot. So really? Yeah. It's called Tactical Intelligence Targeting Access Node. And it's going to be an AI system running this thing. I mean, there'll be people in there too, but holy smoke, guys. House controls a purse. They do that, Matterman. That helps. Feed classes of worms. There you go, Jason. There you go. Iran is almost a threat as China. Iran is huge. People don't realize Iran's got a bigger navy than a lot of people think for. Iran launches satellites. Iranians are smart people. Don't doubt that for a minute. They're sharp. They're smart. And they've got a lot of engineers in Iran, because I met a lot of them when I was in college. So yeah, don't short shrift them, because they are illegals are everywhere and bringing in the dope. Yeah, unfortunately, a lot of it's the daggum drug cartels, guys, and there are people buying this stuff. That's why we need to shut this down. It's killing. We're losing 100,000 Americans a year to that. Way more. Way. What we lose, maybe 500 Americans a year to rifles. All rifles combined, if they want to ban the AR. Wow. All right, guys. Times get tough and you can't go to the store. You need worms. Turn your waste into the best soil you'll ever have, and also to make worm tea where you won't need to use pesticides and such. So check it out. Bringgreggs.com. Bringgreggs.com for worms. All right, I'll show a couple other things. Saudis are claiming that they've already peaked out with their oil capacity, that they're low. This could lead, now whether this is true or not, I don't know, but this definitely could lead to higher oil prices down the road. Right now, price of petroleum is down a little bit, fortunately. How long will it last? All right, guys, let's look at weather here real fast, and we're about to go over to switch channels here. Here we are. I think I need to update that. Yeah, it's showing Ardmore in my local town. I'm not in Ardmore, but that's Ardmore is on the state line, Tennessee, Alabama state line. Right, their main street is the state line. So let's zoom in. What do y'all want to see tonight? Jesse's from Arizona. Flagstaff's 39. Well, 34. Snowflake's 41. It's warmer in Snowflake than it is here. Shello's 41. But Holbrook down here is 32. Phoenix is 52. So you got a nice mountain range right here. It's beautiful mountains right here. Grand Canyon. Those that don't know, I've got property here. They're in Navajo County. What do y'all want to see? Randy is down in South Alabama. Let's see, around Houston here. 39 in Huntsville, Texas. Yeah, just down here, I got some grandkids down there. Let's go to Huntsville, Utah. Got some folks in here from Utah. Colorado. Denver's 26. Castle Rock's 34. Colorado Springs is 28. Castle Rock is warmer than I am. That's interesting. I used to have a buddy in Castle Rock. I used to go see him. He's dead now. All right, let me zoom out a little bit. Get my bearings here. We're in Utah. Provo's 32. Price is 21. Green River 30. Huntsville, Utah, though, is right over here. But Huntsville, Texas. Let's go to Huntsville, Utah. 26 degrees. This is a pretty little mountain community up here. Little mountain valley. It's real dry down here, but up here it's not so dry. It's up. We got ski lodges up there too. Go Snowville, it's 32 in Snowville. Tremont. I went to medical clinic there once in Tremont City. So I used to go to rocket plant up here. Somewhere right here in this area. Got a lot of snow in Idaho. But in Washington, we got some Chewy. There's Chewy. Hillsboro, Oregon, 48. There's Chewy. I was about to ask, is Chewy in the house? There's 50 up here and 43 in Eugene, 44 in Portland. California, still getting a lot of rain right here and up in here. 1860s, this valley was just full of water, feet deep. So these rivers of water can be pretty serious. All right, now there's Huntsville, Alabama, 34. So we just toured 3 different Huntsvilles. All that moisture off the coast. A few days is in Boston. It's 34 in Boston, 28 up where she's from. We got Arnold in there. There's Arnold. Alberta. All right, 35, 41. It's warm in the south, Alberta. That's warmer than I am right there. That's warmer than we are where I'm at. But you don't have to go far to get a lot colder. 17, 19. Peace River, 12 degrees. That's kind of chilly. Fort Nelson's 14. All right, 12, 7 degrees right here, 5 up here, 10 at Whitehorse. Delta Junction, 10 degrees. Fairbanks is -1. Tanana -11. Fort Yukon -13. Anchorage is a balmy 17. Valdez is 21. I'll be getting cold up here pretty soon. Yeah, I used to live right here. Yeah, right around here. I used to live right here. Spent 2 years there. Fort Greely, Alaska. It was a lot colder back then when I was there. Shoot, it'd be 40 below zero. This time we've been seeing 40 below for a month or two. All right. We got Norway in the house. That's right. We got Norway in the house. Let's go to Norway. Anybody else? Any other country in the house tonight? 32, 26, 25, 8 degrees, 21, 25. Wow, a lot colder right here than it is north of there. That's interesting. Oh, well, the wind's blowing out over this way. Snowing, and that's where most of the people in Norway are, I suppose. Southern Norway, there's Oslo, 32. Snow. Sweden and Norway. Okay, Norway, are you still in the house? Is it going to Is Sweden and Norway going to wind up? Oh, Norway's in NATO. Is Sweden and Finland going to join? Looks like Turkey has been just about successful in blocking their membership in NATO. If I were the NATO countries, I would dissolve NATO so I wouldn't have to have an association with Turkey, who's attacking Armenians and who's attacking Kurds, who's on the verge of war with another NATO member, Greece. Yeah, I think I'd kick Turkey out of NATO. And if I had to choose partners, I'd much rather be allied with Finland and Sweden than Turkey. Turkey is jerky. You don't know who they're going to lie with. They might take the Russian side or the Chinese side, or who knows what they might do. They'll stab you in the back probably. They'll take Turkey's side. That's all they really care about. Oh yeah, they don't want to be called Turkey anymore because they realize that's a bird and derogatory term. So they've actually petitioned to be called by a different name, but they're always Turkey. As long as Recep Erdogan is leading the country, I'll always call him Turkey. If he leaves, I might give him respectable. I might call him something else. Norway. All right, what do we got? 78 thumbs up, 94 in the room. Oh, come on, guys, help me out. I need some more thumbs up. San Diego, okay. We'll go to San Diego. Los Angeles is 43. Wow, San Jose is warmer than Los Angeles. Wow. It's kind of chilly when you get up to San Jose and San Francisco usually. San Diego is 53 degrees and getting rain. Well, it was 53 right here. You ain't got to get you up in the mountains, though. It's pretty cold. Julian's 35. Oceanside, 52. San Clemente, 52. I get LA up here. Anaheim, 46. Yeah, I've been all over LA. What else we got? All right, we did San Diego. Here's you, Mrs. Robinson. Jesus loves you more. Oh my gosh. So Brandy, how you doing? How you doing, Brandy? 28 in Indiana. Okay. Black Sheep. No rain in South Dakota. Uh-oh. Yeah, give us some more thumbs up, folks. -8 degrees C in western Alberta. Okay, cold. Nice folks from Norway. There you go, Matterman. Indiana. Indianapolis is 50. Fort Wayne is 48. I got a buddy that lives right about here, just west of Fort Wayne. So I made a reference tonight to monkeypox starting when Charlton Heston kissed the monkeys in the, I guess maybe the Beneath the Planet of the, or maybe the Planet of the Apes. If you remember, the movie The Planet of the Apes, they thought he was military because he was from Fort Wayne, Indiana. It's a fort. You're from a fort. So I always stuck out in my mind, Fort Wayne. And apes called him Bright Eyes. That movie. Fort Wayne. It's a madhouse, and that's the world we're in today. It's a madhouse. I remember saying that. Maybe I actually titled that to one of my videos. Okay, guys, check out some other channels. If I get you too worked up and scared here, go to Serenity Soothing Sounds. That'll calm you down. I'll have to do some more uploads of this channel. I'll go to the farmers market. It'll be next time. It'll be live. on this channel. Not farmer's market. When I go to the Dog Days flea market. Alicia, hey, Black Sheep. Black Sheep, how you doing? There's my Galactic Gregs. Don't forget to join our Survival Tribe Network, survivaltribenetwork.com. And then here's my Rumble channel I was telling you all about. This is actually one of my Rumble channels. This is the Swivelhead News Rumble channel. And what I can talk about on here is stuff I will not and cannot talk about on YouTube. Like that. Or that. Or great details on this. That's dangerous on this platform. 7 forces set against you. And this is a video you really want to watch, because here's where I'm talking about the cartels. I highly suggest you come in and watch this video. I'm talking about the cartels. Now, that video and all these below here are not on YouTube. None of these videos are on YouTube. They won't be. Now, those two are on YouTube. In fact, I got that loaded in a couple of places. This is my YouTube Swivelhead News. We may go here for a few minutes. 95 in the room. Yeah, let's do that. Let's go to, got a few more topics to cover. Let's go to Swivelhead News to do it. So it's going to take me just a few minutes to transition. Sapphire, well, hey, thank you there. Yeah. Oh, hang on. Before we do that, stop the share. Bada bing, bada bang. And I'm going to show you my other channel. And this actually, it says I got no channels here, so I'm not sure what that means. I got some more figuring out to do with Rumble. So I've got a Green Greg something on Rumble, but it tells me it's not a channel. So I don't understand it. Account option somewhere here. I want to go in and look at it. It tells me it's not a channel. But I got 2 videos posted. So I don't understand what it means it's not a channel. See, I had that deal with when I set up the Green Gregs or Swivelhead News, and people say they see it twice. Well, only one of them is listed as a channel. So there's something I got to figure out here about Rumble. I'll need to figure it out before posting more videos. But because my worm videos are so old on the other channel, I started posting some of these here. Because I think I got a little different audience maybe here on Rumble if I get this thing out there. All right. Stop share. Halo. All right. Bang a boom boom, says new. No why what, David Potter. But maybe what, Granny? Rumble needs chat on the phone. Does it not offer chat on the phone, Michael? I don't know. We live snow. We got no snow went on out here, but it's not sticking, which is good for my greenhouse. Get your dogs to keep you warm. Oh, you have Rumble on your phone. Okay, Granny. Does it take live shows on the phone? Somebody was suggesting maybe it wouldn't. 81 degrees. Where you at, David? Are you in like Australia? In Australia, David? All right, guys, yeah, you know how the band Three Dog Night got its name? Three Dog Night. Y'all know how that band got its name? I'm sure I don't tell you. Well, in Africa, there's a tribe, and when it got cold, they would sleep with the dog. On a Three Dog Night was a really cold night. Yeah, three dogs, that's cold. Anyway, yeah, that's it. That's the story, guys. Anyway, let's go over and finish what I was going to show over on Swivelhead News. I want everybody to see. I'm going to move more and more of this content to Swivelhead News. And eventually, I'll just start out there with the news, what's going on in the world video. So I need to get y'all accustomed to going there. Need to subscribe. Have chat on Rumble phone app. That's interesting. I don't hate how Rumble on my phone. So yeah, like I said, I got some things to learn about Rumble. So that's what we're going to do. Let's go over to the Swivelhead News. Let me go back to that channel. Copy it. And I'm about to share it in the link. Place to do that. Yeah, I wouldn't have. I don't even want dogs in my house, guys. Especially on my bed. Hey, Judy, how you doing, Judy? What room you keeping above 80? Oh, what room? Did he tell us where he's from? I'm assuming he's like down in Australia. Let's see here. I'm typing in where we're going. Do I ever sleep? No. That's the problem. It takes me hours to get these videos together. That's why we're always on here so late. Michael, go to the apps on your phone. Search for Rumble. All right, guys, there it is. That's where we're going. We're going to go to Swivelhead News for a little bit. Hopefully not as long as we've been here. That's why I started this video out with some discussion. Y'all asked me a bunch of questions. Keeping the home fire going tonight, I bet. I bet. What's the temperature there in Ohio? All right, everyone. Pray for new days tonight. Pray for new days. And somebody else was asking for prayers. Who was it? My dogs are bed missiles. Oh. Ooh, I don't want any critters in my bed. I have it just no chat for live shows. All right, Arnold. All right, we're going 20s. Okay, well, thanks for that. All right, we got 88 in the room right now. We're going to Swivelhead News. Everybody go over with us, okay? It's going to take me just a couple minutes. I got to do a couple things here. Then I got to get set up over there. So with that, I'm going to say to everyone, pardon me, kind of hoarse tonight. Thank y'all for watching. Appreciate the super chat. Thank you, mods. My co-worker needs praying for. Okay, pray for the Joe that you know's co-worker. All right, everyone. And pray for Granny Lana and her granddaughter Kaylee. Yep, new days. Definitely got to pray for her, guys. She is going into surgery, apparently. Big time. You pray for us. Why she's not here. Have to download Rumble. Yep, do that. But for right now, we're going to my YouTube Swivelhead News channel. I hadn't quite got it figured out how to do live from Rumble yet. I got to figure that out. Just hadn't had time. Maybe easy. I just don't have time in my life. So, no critters in bed. Amen to that. All right, Chewy, join us over on Swivelhead News on the YouTube channel. I just posted the link. Anyway, guys,